As the first contact with the customer, Wayne is responsible for taking the initial order. He then confers with Dan, who, as the blaster, is responsible for laying out the shot and making sure every detail is covered at the location, from loading the explosives to making sure every crew member does his job safely. It's a high-pressure position, and every blast is unique and challenging. Tomorrow is no exception.
There is no cookie-cutter approach. Everything is different, so therefore you can't ever take it easy. You're always on edge, and especially being a blaster, that's always running through the back of your mind.
And there's another issue to be considered. Below and to the side of the wall is a rock crusher and an extensive conveying system used to transport the crushed rock out of the quarry. The challenge for Dan? Bring down a 100-foot wall of rock and don't hit $1 million worth of equipment that's almost setting in front of it. As the crew goes to work filling the pre-drilled holes with ammonium nitrate, they inspect the holes to make sure yesterday's rainstorms didn't cause any issues. Then, packaged product is placed in each hole. Meanwhile, Dan heads down to the quarry floor to profile the wall one last time.
Okay, Jake. Yeah, I got Jake up on top there. He's moving my pole to the next hole right there, which I don't know if you can see that pole right there.
If the blasted rock hits the equipment, it would be devastating.
I'd rather have bigger rock right here than anything going across here.
Dan has to make sure the force of the blast is minimized towards the equipment and is diverted more to the right side of the bench into the open area of the quarry. All the holes are evaluated to determine how much explosive is needed.
I was just deciding how much powder we're putting in some of those holes, really paying attention to the side next to the crusher over here and the beltway that goes through there. So there's some seams there that I got to worry about on hole number 1, 2, and 3.
Back on top of the ledge, the crew is working at a quick but careful pace. Time is money, not just for the Austin crew, but for the Delaware workers as well, who will be crushing and moving the broken rock within minutes of the blast. The crew now begins loading each hole with ammonium nitrate from the Austin Powder bulk truck. Once the ammonium nitrate has reached a certain level, boosters, which ignite the explosives, are lowered into each hole. The boosters are connected to each other using electronic detonators that allow each of the holes to ignite at predetermined times, just milliseconds from each other, in order to get the ideal shot results. Finally, everything is in place. Stone is shoveled into each hole. The blast is only minutes away. The trucks and crew have moved to a safe location. Neighbors have been notified.
Current's good. 4 and 4. Everybody's at the party.
It's time to see the result of all this hard work and effort. After almost 24 hours of planning, profiling, and loading, it all comes down to
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire in the hole.
You spend as much time thinking about something and stressing over something when it's finally over. I mean, it's a relief and a high if things have gone correctly. But yeah, there's definitely some endorphins released when something like that drops, for sure.
As the dust settles, the result of all the hard work and worry become evident. All explosives detonated as planned. Rock crusher and conveyor untouched. For the National Lime and Stone Company, definition of a successful blast, like with most Austin Powder customers, is based on one thing.
Their expectations are what's coming off their final belt, product size, and at the end of the day, it's all about a sellable product. So they don't want any waste. They want everything to be sellable, so they want this ideal size. And so we design our shots and time our shots and load our shots to try to create as minimal waste as possible, basically making them more money at the end of the day.
So it's been a good day for the Findlay, Ohio crew. And it's only 1:00 p.m. Time to head back and start planning tomorrow's shot.